representing the Oak Ridge High School varsity cheerleaders.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another week of high school football here on YouTube. I'm Jackson Cochran alongside Darasimi Odelowo and TJ Odelowo, and we will be your three voices tonight for this Week 9 District 13 6A contest between the Willis Wildcats, who are visiting the Oak Ridge War Eagles. Tonight's game is coming to you live on the Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium channel here in Shenandoah, Texas. And tonight is going to be one of those really exciting district matchups that we have been waiting for all season. Tonight, seeing a contender for second place in the district with the Willis Wildcats and your Oak Ridge War Eagles. How are you two doing this evening? Welcome to the show.
Well, I'm doing good this evening, and I'm just excited to see some football.
Yeah?
I'm doing well this evening as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you two are some students that are going to the Woodlands High School that are joining us for tonight's matchup. And this is, how many games have you two been able to call with us this year?
This is going to be my third.
Your third?
This is my second game calling with the
second game? All right. Well, a little bit of info going on coming into tonight's matchup. As you know, that the Willis Wildcats are visiting, and right now they are 6-2 on the season. Their only two losses this season have come from a non-district matchup and a district matchup, which they lost to the College Park Cavaliers, who are still undefeated in the district. And the Willis Wildcats are currently ranked second right now in the district. And the Oak Ridge War Eagles are now ranked sixth in the season standings, but for district standings, they are actually ranked fifth with 2 wins and 3 losses in district, with their regular season record being a 3-4. Not ideal for what you would see for the War Eagles, but this is their first year with a new head coach that they're under, Coach Blackshire, who has come from Magnolia, who is now leading this Oak Ridge War Eagles. Especially, it's one of those things that you tend to see whenever a new coach comes in. You're going to kind of see a little bit of changes within the way that the play calling is, and a lot of the personnel changes in different style offense and defense. But everything is on the up and up for the Oak Ridge. While you might not be contending for a district position this year, it also will show you what you have in store coming, because this late in the year you will tend to see a little bit more underclassmen that will start to get a few more of those reps, that will actually get to see what the program has in store for the future, especially for the Oak Ridge War Eagles as they look towards the future with their new head coach for his first season. But if you want to, what we do see from coming into, you do have a senior wide receiver, James Scott. He is a 3-star recruit coming in and on his way out, obviously, but he's still been such a great asset, great weapon for senior quarterback Drayton Urbe to look to, especially trying to extend the field. He is a good deep threat. He's got a nice, very large wingspan and great hands that you can typically look at. But with the games that y'all have got to see so far of Oak Ridge this year, what have you been able to take away from everything?
Well, Oak Ridge has been doing very well, but I just feel like minimizing the little things, not throwing turnovers, just ball security, not fumbling, just making sure to keep the turnovers to a low, and they have a chance to beat Willis in this game. But they're also going to have to get good offensive line protection for Drayton Urbe to be able to find his receivers. And this Willis team with Dejan Moore, they're probably going to be sending him after them a lot. So I think they just need to minimize their turnovers, and they have a chance to win this game.
All right. Darasimi?
For me, some things that I've been seeing are a little bit of struggles on third down conversions.
Okay.
And those have been pretty big, pretty costly to the Oak Ridge offense during a lot of big games against top teams in the district, such as College Park or Grand Oaks. So I think coming into this game, that should be one of the top offensive priorities, are limiting those and hopefully being able to get some more big gains to put some life on the offense, because I feel as though the defense can get a lot of good plays on Oak Ridge's part, but I think the offense really relies on that momentum, especially against top teams like these.
Very much so. I do agree with that. You got to be able to convert on third down, extend these drives, And that's the one thing that kind of has been hurting Oak Ridge a little bit, because when you aren't on the field as much with the offense, you do tend to struggle, and by keeping your defense on the field as much as they have over the season, it can tend to get to your conditioning, because while everyone is as conditioned as well as they can be, but if time of possession comes into play a lot tonight, it's going to be on how well you're going to be able to keep your offense on the field. And not only that, for Oak Ridge, because I know that they tend to run the ball quite a bit and they like to chew up the clock that way. But we're going to go over a little bit more of the game coming up, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick break for our sponsors, and we hope that we can get back to you shortly. Well, we're still having a few technical issues going on.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank, we're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are her. After your annual mammogram, you learn you have breast cancer. But your expert Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Thank you to our sponsors that are continuing to allow us to bring you every single broadcast we have here on our YouTube channel, especially here on the Conroe ISD Woodforest Bank Stadium stream. And if you have not done so yet, we kindly would request that you would click the subscribe button, and whenever you do so, be sure that you click that bell that will remind you every time that we go live here at Woodforest Bank Stadium throughout the remainder of the season and towards the future moving forward. And the Odelowo gang, the tandem, I don't know, but were y'all able to catch any of the pregame from the teams as they were warming up, or did y'all get here a little bit late to see that?
We caught a little bit of the warm-up, but I didn't really see anything like different. It looked like the same.
Yeah, one thing that I was noticing from Willis is that they are not afraid to throw that deep ball, especially with a lot of the wide receivers that they have in their on their offense. So one of the things that could probably help out the Oak Ridge defense is if they at least try to have a high safety playback a little bit, because you got to be able to have that deep protection, especially that can go to north and south or even east and west on the field if you're trying to keep an eye and have that ball hawking safety. For sure. Well, I know that both teams are going to be coming out of the field houses momentarily, and I know that it's already sundown now. It's that time of the year where it gets a whole lot later. It's starting to get fairly cooler. I know it's not as cool as we wish it would be here in Texas this time of the year, but moving forward, a lot of kickoff is going to be done right whenever the sun is going to set, which makes it feel more ideal of football season. And as I can see that the War Eagles or the Wildcats are actually making their way out of the field house, the War Eagles will be coming out momentarily. And as we can see, a lot of the kids are running out on the field in front of them. That's very exciting, getting a lot of the community involved here at the Woodforest Bank Stadium this evening. But let's go ahead and go over a little bit more of the offense for these War Eagles. By the numbers, this team has only been able to score on the season. We're looking at about 191 points. They've been averaging around 27 points per game this season, district and non-district. And other things to look at on the offensive side of things for Oak Ridge, as I can see that they've been able to run the ball efficiently. They're close to rushing 1,500 yards on the season. All they need is close to 50 more, and then they'll surpass that 1,500 as Oak Ridge is about to make their way through their team inflatable. And a lot of the people on the sideline with the drill team and the cheerleading crew, they're all wearing pink. It is still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For any of you that have any members of your family that have been impacted, we know what you've been through, and we hope that everything is good on your side of things. And if you need to, make sure that you always get yourself checked out, because it is a very, very serious thing. And having a mother and a grandmother who are both breast cancer survivors, I just want to wish them the best, and I'm very proud of them for getting through that, because I know that cancer is a very difficult thing. And then here come the War Eagles that are on their way. They're wearing their gray jerseys with their blue helmets tonight, changing the uniform scheme up a little bit this season. And as you can see, the light show is going in full effect tonight. The new additions that they've added to Woodforest Bank Stadium this season, and also at Buddy Moorhead Stadium, just north of us. As we go over a few more things, I know that I was talking about that Oak Ridge, they're close to getting 1,500 yards rushing this year. They've thrown for 1,131 yards. So total yardage, we're looking at 2,583. But the one thing that has been hurting has been the turnover margin. They are -1 right now. They've fumbled the ball 6 times this season, and they've lost 5 of those fumbles. They've thrown 3 interceptions. Now, on the other side of things, they've been able to force 4 fumbles and recover 3 of those, and they've actually defensively have intercepted the ball 4 times this season. So a few things to look forward to, and we're about to have the national anthem be sung by the Oak Ridge Choir, so we will mute ourselves and let the choir go ahead and take care of things for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and direct your attention to the center of the field for the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. All men should remove their hats, and everyone should stand and place their hand on their heart in honor of our great country. The colors are being presented by Oak Ridge High School Air Force Junior ROTC Team War Eagles, color guard under the command of Chief Master Sergeant Joseph Curzon. Members of the left color guard team are home side, American flag and Commander Cadet Wolf. Texas flag, Cadet Awful. Right guard, Cadet Cunningham. Left guard, Cadet Perez. Alternate Cadet Gonzalez. Members of the right color guard team are visitor side, American flag and Commander Cadet Ratman. Texas flag, Cadet Hope. Right guard, Cadet Sosa. Left guard, Cadet Middleton. Alternate, Cadet Shonubi.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave.
Thank you to the Oak Ridge Choir for their rendition of the national anthem. That was a very, very nice. Makes me remember back whenever I used to sing in the choir back whenever I was in high school. How's y'all's choir for the Woodlands?
Oh, they sound beautiful. I know I think I know a few people on the team. Our team.
It's okay.
I'm in the football sphere, and I think I know a few people that are part of choir.
That's awesome. Yeah, back whenever I was in high school, and we would do a lot of the summer camps, and that was nice to get to know a lot of the other singers from a lot of the other schools within the district, and that's where we kind of built our bond, because there's not a lot of competition whenever it comes to that, whenever you're in choir. It's mostly whenever you do have your auditions for district choir, but that's the only time whenever it does get true competition, but you're not going up against anyone. You're by yourself in those rooms singing. And as you can see right now, both teams are made their way to midfield for the coin toss. Kickoff entitlement is coming your way with the captains for Oak Ridge.
Eduardo Perez, number 70, Richard of Wayne County, and number 88, Ken Walker.
Willis has won the toss, elected to receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
There you have it. Willis is going to go ahead and take the ball first, which means that Oak Ridge will be receiving in the second half. We get to see how this defense will be prepared to go up against one of the top offenses in the district tonight, led by, well, we've been seeing a lot of split reps between freshman quarterback Lincoln Frazier and junior quarterback Jace Rayner. I know that Lincoln Frazier has the higher stats so far of the season, but nothing can compare to whenever you have number 7, Jermaine Bishop, for Willis, who I believe is committed to verbal commit, not fully signed yet, but he is a verbal commit for the University of Texas for the Longhorns and Coach Sark.
Yeah, Jermaine Bishop, a top recruit in Texas. Honestly, Willis is like best player, main player to look out for. Probably going to be doing most of the damage on offense, defense. He's probably going to be playing all the positions.
Very much so, and as you can see on our score sheet, he does constitute as athlete, so he does play that both sides of the football. And as Oak Ridge is getting ready to kick off, and we have ourselves a squib kick to start things off, and it does go out of bounds, so that'll be our first penalty of the game.
They're already talking trash the first play of the game.
Yeah, they can be a little chippy at times. But we're looking forward to see what the Oak Ridge defense has in store.
Free kick out of bounds. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Willis will be taking things off at the 30-yard line. One person to keep an eye on this defensive side of things is number 7, Nico Chavez, for the Oak Ridge War Eagles. He has 4 interceptions of the season so far.
Looks like it's Lincoln Frazier there, back for Willis.
So Frazier is going to start things off, the freshman quarterback in the gun. They go with an empty set. Frazier drops back. Pocket. He goes ahead and streams outside as he looks downfield as he connects with number 85, Javion Martin, for a huge reception.
Javion Martin, a 3-star recruit. He's a big player for Willis.
I think Willis will be a little sad to see him go because his helmet came off just now.
Yeah, so the whole entire rule states that if the helmet comes off, you have to sit one play out. But already, Willis is in Oak Ridge territory with a fresh set of downs. Frazier keeps it himself as he runs with a huge hole as he goes and gets himself another first down. So Frazier will be able to move the ball on the ground as he gets another first down. It's the second first down of the game for the Wildcats.
Number 38 on the stop.
Yeah, Willis is just moving it down effortlessly right now. And the War Eagles, they need to sell them down to try to get a stop here. Or think that ugly quick.
They're continuing to go with this empty set here. 4 down linemen for the War Eagles. Williams in motion. Williams with the swing pass, gets the reception, stutter steps, and is able to continue to go. As they get another first down.
Yeah, he put some jukes on some of those Oak Ridge defenders there.
Now the Willis Wildcats are in the red zone. Multiple completions, 2 completions so far of the night for Frazier. No incomplete passes, 3 first downs. From the pistol, handoff up the middle for Jamarcus Williams.
Touchdown! Oh, wait. Is he in there? Is there a fumble? Is that a fumble?
There is a penalty on the play.
Oh, okay.
Let's wait for the referee to see what happened.
Offsides. Defense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
So there you have it. The result from the decline penalty will be a touchdown for Willis as they are leading right now 6-0 pending the extra point.
Look like it's going to be number 30, Alec Hargis, on the extra point. And it's good.
So the extra point is good from Alec Hargis, as you were saying, and less than 2 minutes into the game, Willis is already leading 7-0 with a 14-yard rush from Jamarcus Williams.
Yeah, surprised that drive they didn't try to go to Jermaine Bishop, but maybe that maybe for later.
Most likely. We're going to be waiting momentarily here for the kickoff team for the Wildcats to get lined up. Waiting for the receiving team for Oak Ridge. Back to return for Oak Ridge. You do see that defensive back number 10, Christopher Salem.
Oh, wait.
And number 14, Jaden Haverly.
Christopher Salem, Will Miller back deep to receive the kickoff.
Willis with the kick. They have themselves a high pooch kick, and that one goes out of bounds, and that'll be the first penalty of the night
The kickoff goes out of bounds.
for the Wildcats.
Free kick out of bounds. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Ball be spotted at the 34-yard line. First down.
War Eagles bringing their offense out on the field here. changing things up a little bit. I see that they have themselves a Wildcat-style offense. Looks to be James Scare taking snaps as he gets the direct snap and gets a short gain, say about 5 yards on that run.
Number 48 on the carry. Gain of 5 brings up second down and 5.
So the Wildcat has been effective, so we do not see Drayden Urbe tonight, and no sign of James Scott on the field yet. As we were saying before the game started, that they tend to rely heavily on the ground game. They have players in motion here for the War Eagles. It's going to be most likely false start on Oak Ridge.
And Oak Ridge, again, what's been costing them in a lot of their games are these penalties. They have to limit these penalties in
Prior
order
to
if
the
they want a
snap,
chance to win this
false
game.
start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Second and 5 now turns to a 2nd and 10. As they resume in the Wildcat, overloading with personnel. Scare with the snap. Runs to the right as he gets maybe 3 on that carry. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Now Oak Ridge is going to be bringing out Jacob Arantes, sophomore quarterback.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Definitely looking to see some of those 3rd down conversions that we talked about.
Might need to look for Logan Unterfinger, who's lining up at the bottom, close to the near side. Senior wide receiver. Now, he has had a few issues with ball security this season, but he still is a great receiver for the War Eagles, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and take a timeout before the play clock hits 0.
Timeout, Oak Ridge.
And that'll be the first timeout.
First timeout, first half.
Right now, it's going to be a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and semi-long. Hopefully we don't see a 3-and-out here coming from the War Eagles. Need to get a conversion here. This is going to be their first 3rd down attempt of the night. But I've already, with 2 penalties on the night, that's not ideal to start things off for this offense. Jacob Arentz in the gun. Lined up at the bottom of the screen is Jeremiah Matthews, junior wide receiver. Top of the screen is going to be Logan Unterfinger, senior wide receiver. And here comes the pressure. And Arentz is going to throw it away. And that was Kason Williams, who was in on the pressure for the Wildcats, but now it's going to be a 3-and-out, but it looks like they might be going for it here. I know that James Scott is typically the punter for Oak Ridge. Nope, they're lining up with the punt team. So back to return is going to be Jermaine Bishop. And the punt is blocked.
Blocked.
Now we do have ourselves another penalty. There might be a roughing the kicker call, waiting for the referee to let us know.
Still discussing it right on the 20.
There's a flag on the play.
Still waiting. Oak Ridge
Running
already.
into the kicker, 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
So it won't be a first down for Oak Ridge, but it could possibly give them the opportunity to go forward with a 4th and 3 here. Going to see if they're going to bring the offense back out or if they're going to go ahead and try to kick it yet again.
Now, what would you do in this kind of situation, do you think?
Well, for me, with the way that the offense has been playing for Oak Ridge this season, you've been able to run the ball effectively, but with not having a lot of your starters on the field right now, for an example, James Scott and Drayton Urbe, you can easily stack the box with, if you're the Wildcats, and potentially blitz. So I would say that go ahead and, you're right here at midfield. Go ahead and try to go for it. It's early. You're only down 1 score. Take a chance.
Well, Coach is scheming up something hopefully good for the Oak Ridge Warriors. We'll see.
Well, they are discussing with the head coach for Willis, and that head coach is Trent Miller, who's been with the program for quite a while now. Still taking their time before typically doesn't take this long to get the teams to come back out. A little curious what's going on out there.
Me too, to be a little fly on the helmet, I guess.
Well, I am seeing they're bringing Finn Walker in, who's typically your defensive lineman. Might be an extra blocker. They might go back with the Wildcat formation here, as you can see Scare, your sophomore tight end / defensive lineman. So from what it looks like, it's going to be a 4th and 2. They're going for it here. And they're stacking the box. It's Scare.
And he doesn't get it. I don't think he gets it.
So Scare does not get the conversion, as you were right, TJ. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, for Oak Ridge right now, you really need to stop to try to stay in this game. Because once Willis gets on a roll, they're hard to stop. They're hard to slow down.
And this is giving the Wildcats really good field position here that already puts them in Oak Ridge territory. Willis bringing the offense back out, led by freshman quarterback Lincoln Frazier. Looks like Jermaine Bishop is lined up to the right of him. I'm sorry, that is Jamarcus Williams to the right of him, but there's pressure on Frazier as he's sacked for a loss. And yes, J.J. Basu gets the sack.
Yeah, this is big for Oak Ridge. They're getting pressure in. They're getting the pressure, and they're trying to slow down Willis, which is good for them.
Not only that, you're able to get the pressure, get a sack, pushing them back 7 yards, so it's a 2nd and 17. High snap, screen, over to Bishop.
Oh,
Bishop dancing around. So now it'll be a 3rd down here. Ball on the Oak Ridge 40. Empty set for the Wildcats. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're going towards the south end zone. Throw up the seam. It's going to be a completion right there to number 18, Tyler Andrade, for another 1st down. That's the first 3rd down that the Wildcats had tonight. Most of their 4 out of the 4 first downs that they've been able to get, they haven't gotten to 3rd down yet. as they continue to go with this empty set. War Eagles showing blitz. They bring 5. Another pass up the middle, and that time it is to number 3, Jamarcus Williams, who playing the middle of the field in between the seams. It's going to be another first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Willis right now just moving it effortlessly, and you need a big play right now for Oak Ridge, or this game could get out of hand quickly.
Ball spotted at the 13-yard line.
They continue to stay with this empty set. Plenty of time, being patient, not playing up-tempo. Bishop in motion. Snaps it at the 1.
Oh!
And does he have?
No, that doesn't look to be an interception. I think that hit the ground. Bringing into 2nd and 10. But that was number 11, Devin Longstreet, who got a nice jump and could potentially have gotten a turnover for the War Eagles. Frazier looking, goes through his progressions. Wide open, Jermaine Bishop in for this touchdown.
Jermaine Bishop Jr. with the reception at the Wildcat touchdown.
You know, I would try to say I'm surprised, but I'm not really.
Here for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good for the Wildcats, so Alec Hargis back-to-back PATs, and Willis is leading now 14-0 with just 6 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. And guys, it's just been back-to-back scores for the Wildcats. Been able to find the end zone on the ground and in the air so far.
Yeah, this has just been Willis's game. They've been kind of dominating on the offensive front. And if you're Oak Ridge here, you need a big play. You need to try to get a return or something big to spark some light in your offensive defense.
Yeah, just having a turnover on downs, not even able to get a first down off that first drive. This is a very, very tough matchup against the Wildcats, being number 2 in district so far this season.
Christopher Stabler. From Mel Miller back deep to receive the kickoff.
So Alicio Quintero ready to kick for the Wildcats. And a high pooch kick. It's going to be signaled for a fair catch. I believe that was Unterfinger on the return for Oak Ridge.
Logan Unterfinger with the fair catch. War Eagles have first down and 10. And they're on the 25-yard line.
Field position isn't the best, but let's see what they can do with it.
Very much so. Starting back-to-back drives off. 25-30 was their previous drive. So the second possession here for the offense. They're bringing things out. Not going with the Wildcat. Jacob Arentz, sophomore quarterback. Arentz throws a quick screen to the sideline. And it's almost a first down for Oak Ridge.
Jeremiah Matthews with the reception. There's a flag
That was-
on the play.
But there is a flag on the play.
Illegal blindside block on the defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
penalty.
That might be exactly what Oak Ridge was looking for.
So a little bit of a blessing. A 15-yard penalty gives Oak Ridge their first down of the night. It moves them close to midfield here. Ethan Pruitt in the backfield to the right of Arentz. It's going to be a direct quarterback keeper. Arentz.
Geez, loose. First down. That's first down, Oak Ridge.
First time Willis territory.
Yeah. So following the play here, as you see the replay, Arentz gets a nice run, able to bounce off some defenders, and Oak Ridge is cruising a little bit.
Yeah, Oak Ridge seems to be in a little bit of a rhythm here.
Making some substitutions, changing some personnel. Lining up with 3 wide receivers. Press coverage on Unterfinger. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. Not quite sure. They were actually looking for Unterfinger on that play. Thought they were going in Scare's direction. But the out route towards the sideline puts it up as a second down. Willis looks like they're sending 5. It's going to be a handoff to Pruitt in between the tackles as he gets himself a nice 6-7 yard run.
He drags a few defenders with him.
And you can see the replay here. Just a small crease for Pruitt to get through as he was going through the A gap.
We couldn't let it go. 6-7 yard gain.
6-7 yard gain. Arentz rolls right. Could have some space. He's going to keep it, and he is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage, which would be signaled down as a sack. They're going to say he probably got back to the line. And we might see they're going to keep the offense on the field.
This is a crucial play for Oak Ridge here.
0 for 1 so far tonight. It looks like that's a free play for Oak Ridge with the offside, so you're going to go ahead and take a chance with the deep ball. And that could have been a potential pass interference too, but that'll already give them the first down whenever they were able to draw the offsides. I think that was number 8, Jamal Lagway, brother of Florida quarterback DJ Lagway.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty. The result of the penalty is a first down.
So you could say that that was a 4th down conversion there for the War Eagles as they get a fresh set of downs. Good cadence from your quarterback, able to draw the opposing team offsides. And now Oak Ridge getting closer and closer to the end zone here. A Scare goes in motion. Arentz, time in the pocket, throws down the sideline, and the ball was tipped.
Nearly intercepted by LaMarcus Griffin.
Yeah, LaMarcus Griffin had a hand on it.
Second down and 10.
With not being so unsure what Oak Ridge was doing, they started the game off playing with the Wildcat. Then they come in later in the drive, their first drive with Jacob Aarons at quarterback, and now they're sticking with the quarterback. Aarons to the sideline, finds Unterfinger. Unterfinger able to get through. Say he gets, I'd say that was about a 6-yard reception. It could potentially be a 7-yard reception, but I'm seeing it's a 6. As you can see the replay here, he caught the ball behind the sticks, but able to get there. And yeah, 3rd and 4, so that was a 6-yard reception. Oak Ridge, 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions so far. Just 2 yards from the red zone. Scare in motion. Hand off to Pruitt. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keeper as he's going to be sacked in the backfield. That was number 6, Raymond Johnson. Going with the RPO and gets sacked in the backfield. Unfortunate series of events whenever you were 3rd and short, and now it's going to be a 4th and long.
4th down and 15.
And they're going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th down with the offense. There's another penalty. Deep ball thrown towards the, and it's going to be incomplete pass as they were looking for Scare.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 4th down.
That puts them at now a 4th and 9. Actually, 4th and 10, my apologies. But yeah, so far it's been 4 penalties on the night for the Wildcats, and the one penalty that did help out tremendously has been they got the offsides on that 4th down previously, and not to mention the 15-yard personal foul that was able to push Oak Ridge and keep the first drive, or this current drive, alive. Unterfinger in motion, and then it's going to be a rollout from Aarons throwing downfield, and it's going to be an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs again for the War Eagles. So Oak Ridge goes for it on 4th down yet again and is unable to get the conversion. But the big thing coming into tonight, you're seeing a couple of different schemes. You saw them go with the Wildcat. You're seeing more of the underclassmen getting starts. You have a sophomore quarterback in Jacob Aarons that is starting to get some touch. Starting to see some reps here with Drayton Urbe out tonight. And a handoff up the middle for Williams as he gets himself plenty of run. That is a nice 13, 14-yard gain.
That was a nice run from Jamarcus Williams.
They go with tempo as they hand it off to Williams yet again as he able to break through a defender.
Another first down for Williams.
Williams, yes, again, gets another first down. And they're continuing to go with this tempo, not allowing Oak Ridge to make any substitutions. Play action under pressure, and they sack him. That was number 10, Devin Longstreet. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Christopher Salem. Yeah, Christopher Salem, not Devin Longstreet, Christopher Salem.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
Frazier was trying to go through his progressions really fast. But Salem on the blitz, able to pick up and get a sack and slow down this Willis offense. Frazier rolls left, looking downfield, and he's going to be tackled at the line.
He's these are two back-to-back good plays for Oak Ridge.
Very much so.
They're showing some fight trying to stay in this game.
And that was Gabriel Campos, number 36, junior linebacker, able to keep an eye. So that's the other thing. You try to keep at least a spy on the quarterback as they continue to go with this empty set of spread offense. Willis leading, minute 28 left here in the first. Plenty of time in the pocket, throws up the middle. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, through the hands of number 85, Javion Martin.
And that was a nice stop there from the Oak Ridge defense, able to make Willis turn out to have to come and punt. Catching him off guard with that tempo, able to get the sack, slow him down, and now no one back to return for Oak Ridge, anticipating a potential fake here. High punt. Oak Ridge getting away. Willis is going to go ahead and down it right at, looks to be the 10. So an excellent punt from Willis. So with a minute 9 left, we're going to get to see the third possession tonight from the Oak Ridge offense. They had back-to-back TODs. Starting things off here at the 11. Arentz throws a quick pass to Unterfinger.
Underfinger gone. He's going across the sideline.
He's at the 40, and he's pushed right out of bounds. That's a big first down there for Oak Ridge. Huge reception from Logan Unterfinger. Here's the replay of the play. Throw to the screen to the sideline, able to hug the sideline as he continues to move and is tackled, saved by number 7, Jermaine Bishop. Screen puts him close to midfield. About the 45. So 34-yard reception from the pistol. Arentz hands it off to Pruitt. Pruitt able to break one tackle, gets to extra effort, puts him at a 6-yard gain back in Willis territory.
Yeah, Oak Ridge things are working out for these first two plays. They've been going good. They've been sticking to their game. Working out for them.
And Pruitt, excellent extra second effort as he was being tackled, but able to break and get himself a nice gain. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball at the Willis 49. Willis showing blitz. Arentz throws to the sideline as it's out of Unterfinger's hands.
Pass attempt is incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 4.
3rd and 4. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't convert here. They go for it on 4th down yet again. The punt wasn't effective for him earlier as it was blocked. Willis showing press coverage. Looks to be a false start here for Oak Ridge.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's the 3rd penalty tonight. Pushes Oak Ridge back. It'll be a 3rd and 9 now.
So Oak Ridge back in their own territory. Let's see if they can capitalize and try to get a first down conversion here.
Matthews goes in motion. Arentz. Screen pass to Scare. Scare gets tackled in the backfield. And second effort, they're going to probably say forward progress is down at the 39, and they will not go for it here.
This is the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of your first quarter of play with your score. Willis Wildcats 14, Oak Ridge War Eagles 0.
Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gullo, Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. Shop GulloAuto.com.
Shop GulloAuto.com. So that was the end of the first quarter as they are going ahead and swapping sides. What were some big takeaways that you saw from this first quarter?
Well, I think the first takeaway that Oak Ridge is keeping the penalties down, and they're just playing their game and they're getting into tempo. And even though it hasn't even resulted in any points, they're still in this game.
Yeah, only down 2 scores. Nothing to fret. Nothing to be too worried about. Darcy, what do you see so far?
I'm seeing that, as TJ said, they're still in the game, and I think that's greatly due to their defensive efforts with some big plays, some nice sacks going on, as well as some great offensive plays, some big first downs, and just some nice luck with a lot of penalties, a lot of situations that have happened, and they've been able to use this to their advantage, which is really good to see.
Nicely said. Bringing the punt team out. Able to get it off in time. Back to return was Bishop. But it's going to be a nice roll here for Oak Ridge as it continues to roll inside the 20. Say it's going to be down at the 17. Actually, the 18. This Oak Ridge defense was able to put a stop on the high-flying Willis Wildcat offense with the previous possession. And Willis is coming out with stacked receivers on both sides from the gun. Bad snap from Frazier. He decides to go ahead and take it down as he gives himself up on the bad snap. And you know, if you're Oak Ridge, you take those all day.
Yeah, Oak Ridge, they got a bad snap. And, yeah, for Oak Ridge, you're really happy because you don't really have to do anything. And
Bishop in motion. Frazier under pressure yet again as he evades it, as he throws outside the pocket and is able to not connect with number 27, Jaden Lane. But the thing that you're seeing from Oak Ridge is the front four are able to put pressure on Frazier and getting him out, as you can see with the pressure from the defensive line, getting him out of a rhythm in the pocket, and it's going to be in 3rd and 16 now. Frazier rolls to his left, looking downfield, and he's caught out of bounds.
Number 18, Tyler Arndale?
Tyler Andre.
Andre.
Andrade. Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Andrade?
Andrade. That
Yeah,
sounds about
Andrade.
right. Tyler Andrade.
Similar to the gymnast from Brazil, I believe. I want to say her name is Rebecca Andrade.
So another stop. That's going to be a 3 and out. If you're Oak Ridge, you have to be proud of what your defense has been able to do. Back-to-back stops. As there's no one back to return. And the punt is going to roll out of bounds at the 46.
Bishop punt rolls out of bounds at the 46-yard line. War Eagles will have first down and 10.
But not only that, Jermaine Bishop playing offense, playing defense, and also being your punter from time to time. And that's what is making Oak Ridge not really consider to have someone back to return, because while you have Bishop punting, there's a possibility that he could have actually gone somewhere with the ball and they could have gone for it on 4th down, even with the way that the field position was working for him. But nice field position to start things off here for the War Eagles for their 4th possession tonight. As they're trying to score in the south end zone. A little bit of wind tonight, as you can see from the flags near the south end zone. Pruitt with a handoff. As he cuts back up, say he gets 2 on the run.
Thompson on the stop. Gain of 2 brings up second.
That was number 92, Jacaden Thompson, senior defensive lineman, making the tackle for Willis. Lined up with 3 wide receivers. Aarons keeps it himself, finds a nice hole. Short of a first down. But they're back in Willis territory. Coming up to be in a 3rd and 3. And the one thing that benefits Oak Ridge quite a bit with the running game is that they keep the ball quite a bit longer. Time of possession is in favor of them. Only down 2 scores here. 2 touchdowns, trailing 14-0. They will be getting the ball back in the second half. Willis bringing the blitz. Aarons keeps it himself again and gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. That was a designed run for Aarons, but now it's a 4th down.
Williams on the stop.
What would you do here, TJ?
I think you go to Underfinger. He had that big play earlier, I think, or not. And I think this is just one of those situations where you just might have to go for it. But
yeah, they're bringing it. They might actually go with the Wildcat here because I see Scare and the other personnel. Nope, they're bringing out the punt team, changing things up a little bit. Could be a potential fake. Let's see what. As they give it to Scare with the play fake.
Oh,
and that's short of the first down. But let's watch the replay here. You get the long snap, and then you get the front pitch to Scare. And it's an unfortunate conversion they were not able to get. But that was some nice trickeration from the War Eagles to try to catch Willis off guard.
Definitely, and I'd say they were fairly successful. Just one of those situations where you're a little short.
Frazier hands it off to Williams. Williams is able to get there and is tackled just short. They're going to go ahead and say that he did get the first down.
Christopher Salem on the stop. That's enough for a Wildcats first down.
Yeah, it looked like number 3, Jamarcus Williams, was almost initially tackled near the line of scrimmage, but he broke that tackle and got a first down.
Frazier keeps it himself as he has plenty of room as he's going for himself. He's still going, and he is going to be tackled just short of the goal line.
Ball spotted on the 1 yard line. First down and goal, Wildcats.
So huge gain for Frazier as puts the Wildcats with a 1st and goal at the 1. Frazier throws, incomplete pass, looking for, say that was number 7, Jermaine Bishop.
Intended for Jermaine Bishop is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
With Wills being here, 1st and goal. Wouldn't be surprised if they can't convert. They would go for it. This would be potential 4-down territory here for them because they do like to go for it on 4th down. As another completion to Bishop, and that's another touchdown for the Wildcats. That is Jermaine Bishop's 2nd reception for touchdown tonight. Hargis for the PAT yet again. And the extra point attempt is good.
Extra point attempt is good. Wildcats 21, Warriors 0.
And Hargis still remains perfect on the season for the PATs. TJ Darcimi, while the Oak Ridge defense was able to put some stops for 2 previous drives, the Wildcats came out here and were able to get yards quick, play with tempo, and able to cruise in less than a minute, pretty much.
Yeah, Willis would just easily move down the ball down the field. And honestly, if Oak Ridge right now, I don't want to say it too early, but I think this possession, if you want to stay in this game, you really need to score.
They're being down 3 touchdowns here. Have to try to find something on offense to at least get some points on the board to stay competitive.
Thank you.
Contrero kicks it. It's going to be a touchback for Oak Ridge.
The Warriors will have first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
But one thing about this Willis defense, on the season, they've only allowed their opponents to average 20 points per game pretty much. The only teams that have been able to score effectively and get at least over those 20 points have been the Woodlands and College Park this year. And no one else in the district has been able to get as many points against this Willis defense. So that's why Willis has been one of these staples in the district for the last couple years. As Oak Ridge is bringing the offense out of the pistol, handoff to Pruitt, tackled just maybe a yard as they're going to continue to let him go, but Forward Progress is going to stop him for 2 yards. Not really able to see who was able to get in on the tackle because of the massive scrum. Just a whole lot of bodies.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8.
Oak Ridge going with an empty set here. Arentz, quick pass, finds Scare through his hands. Scare was wide open on the quick out.
Pass intended for James Scare is incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's another third down situation here for Oak Ridge. Unterfinger in motion. Arentz rolls right, throws on the run, and it's going to be intercepted by Jermaine Bishop.
Jermaine Bishop on the interception.
Jermaine Bishop making turnovers, making touchdowns for Willis. That's one of those things that will end up hurting the War Eagles, the turnover battle. As I said, coming into tonight, they were -1 on the turnover margin.
First down and 10, Wildcats.
Now, following the interception, see if they can get some points here. Wildcats bringing out the offense as they go back with another empty set on the Oak Ridge 29 with 6:40 left here in the half. Frazier throwing to the sideline, going with the deep ball, and it's going to be almost caught by Jermaine Bishop.
That was a great throw from Frazier.
Nice time in the pocket.
Offsides. Defense, number 93. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
And it was also technically a free play with the offsides. So even if there could have been a turnover, would have negated. This is what Willis likes to do. They continue to go with 5 wide receiver set and likes to throw the deep ball. Frazier down the field yet again. And it's intercepted by Oak Ridge. As number 14, Tremel Miller.
They actually have Tremel Miller listed as a wide receiver, but he was just having to be playing defensive back there, and he came down with the interception.
Yeah. That is one of those things that you have to be proud of with this Oak Ridge defense. The Oak Ridge defense is making some stops, able to get a turnover, and now the touchback puts them at the 20. As Frazier has thrown his 7th interception on the season now. Low snap to Arentz. Pump fakes, but is sacked. And then there's a penalty thrown late. I think that was Whitney Hollins on the sack.
Personal foul, face mask on number 99 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So another personal foul. That's going to be an automatic first down for Oak Ridge. Gives them fresh life and moves them upfield towards the end zone, towards that Willis end zone. They're still in their own territory, but with the penalties tonight for Willis, that puts them at 45 yards penalized. Empty set here for Oak Ridge. It's going to be a direct snap as a quarterback keeper, but gets nowhere. Big tackle from number 33, Trenton Frankham.
Yeah, number 3, Trent Frankham, who they actually have listed as running back, just leveled number 16, Jacob Arantes.
It's going to be a timeout here. Actually, not sure. Don't see any indication of a timeout. Just a lot of whistles being blown. Oak Ridge is going to change things up and go back with the Wildcat. Scare runs to his left, gets a yard. They're going to say forward progress, gives him a yard, and it's going to be now 3rd and 10. Aaron's coming back onto the field. I think that he had to sit a play out for a second. Less than 5 minutes here left in the half. Oak Ridge trying to find the end zone for their first score, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Aarons rolls to his right, looking downfield, stops, dumps it, throws it away for an incomplete pass. Looked like he was going to continue to try to run with it and changed his mind and threw it away, looking for, I think, Unterfinger for the incomplete pass.
Yeah, no. Oh.
What was that, TJ? You can speak?
Oh, yeah. Well, on the somebody I haven't heard from a lot from Willis is Waylon Nolan. He has 8 sacks on the year, and I'm really surprised that, you know, he hasn't been there more often.
Oak Ridge was able to punt it back, and it's down now inside. Say, got it right there inside the 20. Willis starting things off from their own 17. It's going to be a handoff to Williams, and Williams is finding himself plenty of room as he's getting up the field in through the second level, goes out of bounds in Oak Ridge territory.
And number 3, Jamarcus Williams with a big run. Oh, wait.
Looks like we're going to have ourselves an official timeout here. Massive gain from Willis. Puts him back in Oak Ridge territory with 4:21 left here. Majority of the time they're able to plug the holes and not let the run game be that effective for opposing teams. But Williams able to get almost 40 yards on that run alone. I think he got 39 on that one. Play's about to resume here. Both teams. Frazier in the gun. Drops back, rolls to his right. Open field, throws up the middle, and it's going to be a reception. Looks to be to number 5, Dalen Wilkerson. And that's going to be another first down here for the Wildcats.
Miller on the stop. That's enough for Wildcats. First down.
The Wildcats are cruising here.
Ball is on
No need to play with a lot of tempo. They have the 2-minute timeout. And full set of 3 timeouts at the ready for him. Frazier looking to the middle of the field, finds Bishop yet again, and Bishop continues to go, stops it, makes a man miss as he downs himself at the 15.
Jermaine Bishop, number 7 on the reception. He's down at the 15-yard line. That's enough for a Wildcats. First down.
Jermaine Bishop yet again doing it, being a menace for this Wildcat offense, not to mention what he can do on the defensive side of things. Already 2 touchdowns of the night with an interception. Frazier throwing, and that's going to be another touchdown for the Wildcats. This time it was to Dalen Wilkerson.
That's a Wildcats touchdown.
Right now, Willis leading 27-0 pending the extra point. And Hargis has been perfect on the season, including tonight. And continues to stay perfect on the season. And Willis yet again, this passing game has been super effective for him, U2, and that's pretty much the storyline of this game. It's been all Willis all night. You had the Williams rushing touchdown earlier. You had 2 touchdown receptions to Bishop. And now you have Frazier getting his 3rd passing touchdown, and this time to Dalen Wilkerson.
Yeah, for Willis, it just felt like every time they get the ball, they've just been in control of the game.
And with how effective that they've been throughout multiple seasons, joining District 13-6A, they've been able to continue to make runs into the postseason.
Alicia Cantarero teeing the ball up for the Wildcats.
Right now holding the number 2 spot for the district. Undefeated College Park still number 1 right now. Willis kicking. It's going to be another touchback.
Kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. War Eagles will have first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
But if you're looking at a lot of the things from what the War Eagle offense has been able to do tonight, they've gone forward on 4th down quite a bit. They've been able to get 1 turnover on defense, but they've also had a turnover on offense. As Aarons is in the pistol, hands it off to Pruitt. Pruitt gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be it.
On the stop. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
So now looking at 2.5 minutes, 30 seconds to the 2-minute timeout. 2nd and 10 for Oak Ridge. Aaron's dropping back. Looks like someone got a hand on the ball, looking for number 8, Titus Braboy. Braboy, my apologies.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
It'll be now 3rd and 10. And when Oak Ridge has been pinned back this far, these third and long situations, they have not been super successful on the season whenever it comes to getting those third down conversions. Aarons sees plenty of space as he's trying to run and convert for a first down. As he gets, they say he gets the first down, and his tackle forward progress is going to be for 10 yards as they move the sticks. And that'll put him down to the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
But as you can see from the replay, a lot of time in the pocket and didn't see anything. Aarons decided to keep it himself and run, able to get a first down. So you have a fresh set of downs here for Oak Ridge as you're waiting to resume play. You're going to be getting the ball back to start things off in the second half. It's now 28-0. 2 minutes left here in the first half. But as you can see, Oak Ridge lining it up. Aarons throws to Scare. Scare with the reception as he tries to get. He gets himself another first down, is able to slip his way through a defender.
He's out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That's enough for War Eagles. First down.
Getting Scare involved in the pass game that has been helping out for Oak Ridge. Being down James Scott. Now you have Unterfinger. Braboy. Aarons throws quick to Scare yet again. Scare on the quick out. There's going to be a penalty thrown late. Most likely going to be on Willis for hitting him out of bounds.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense number 33.
And yeah,
a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
For Willis, you just can't be having those penalties. You just have to stay disciplined.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Willis has had. That's their third personal foul tonight, and it can tend to hurt you. But with the lead that they've had, the penalty yards aren't really going to hurt them. But in the more, if it was a closer game, then you know that if you were Coach Miller, you'd be letting them hear it from the sideline as the pocket collapses on Aarons. It's going to be a 3-yard sack loss.
Second down and 13.
Play clock looking to be right at around 20 seconds. Aarons rolls right. Is able to connect with Braboy. Fighting for extra yardage, but is pushed out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say he wasn't out of bounds. He was down near the sideline.
Raymond Johnson, number 6, on the stop.
Yeah, it took so many Willis defenders to bring Braboy down.
Whenever you're tight end that size, as you can see with the replay, he's fighting for those extra yards. Yeah, I would say that it is pretty challenging to get a massive tight end down that way. But now 3rd and 9. Aarons keeps it himself. Able to slip his way through and is down. And with 30 seconds left, it's a 4th and short. You have 2 timeouts left if you're Oak Ridge. Makes you wonder, are you going to go for it on 4th down here? going to attempt a field goal or try to convert and get another first down.
Timeout, Oak Ridge. Second charge timeout, first half.
So the one thing that has been very helpful for Oak Ridge, the personal fouls from Willis that has been pushing them those free 15 yards and been able to give them good field position to try to attack here close to the Willis end zone. I'd say this is fairly one of the closer possessions that they've had near the red zone, even to the Willis end zone.
Yeah, it would be big for Oak Ridge if they can score and carry that momentum into the second half.
TJ, they're going to get that ball back in the second half. I agree. If you can get some points on the board right here, it'd be very helpful, because even if you are able to convert here, and at least possibly get a score, you come back down only 3 after the half. Down 3 touchdowns. Arentz in the pocket, throws towards the sideline, is overthrows Scare. And it's going to be another turnover on downs.
That'll be a turnover on downs. Wildcats will take over first down and 10.
Willis, all 3 timeouts, 17 seconds. We know that they do like to throw the deep ball. Not sure if they would go ahead and take a knee to go to the field house and call the half, or if they're going to try to extend their lead by another touchdown.
I've always wondered what it's in the field house.
Locker rooms, benches. I haven't been in that one yet. They're going to be a handoff to Williams as he's into the second level. He's getting extra yardage. And if you're Willis, I'm sure they're going to try to call a timeout here, which they do. Willis wanting to add more points against the Oak Ridge War Eagles here. They have 10 seconds left, 2 timeouts. That previous play took him 7 seconds to get 23 yards. And that's what has been effective, is they're able to get things going on the ground. They've been able to be successful in the passing game. It's just been all Willis tonight, leading 28-0 here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Now the Oak Ridge defense lining up. Here comes the Willis offense. Frazier in the gun. Stack receivers at the top of the screen. Frazier, plenty of time in the pocket, throws it deep.
Yeah.
Looking for Jermaine Bishop, and he's going to say they got the reception out of bounds. That puts him 3 seconds left, and I'd say that Willis is going to bring out the field goal unit. And on the season, I believe Hargis is 50%, so he's 2 for 4 on field goals. He's perfect on PATs, but this right here is going to be a 36-yarder, which looks to be good, but there is a timeout that was taken, the last timeout for Oak Ridge, as they try to freeze the kicker.
Oak Ridge.
Do y'all know that terminology?
Third and final
the
timeout.
Yeah, ice
freeze
the
the kicker.
kicker.
Ice the kicker. Yep. Okay. Do y'all know how icing the kicker originated?
No.
Okay, so that pretty much started back. It was a college game. I believe it was either late 80s or early 90s. I have to look it up during halftime, but one of the coaches decided to call that timeout, and it gave the kicker extra time, but instead it got in the kicker's head and ended up missing that field goal on the second chance. And then a lot of coaches, it's a copycat league, and as you can see, everyone started to do it. So following the attempt to ice the kicker, it's going to be a 36-yard attempt here for Hargis. Good snap. Good hold, and the field goal is good. So following the 36-yarder that closes it out for the half, and the Wildcats are now leading 31-0 over the Oak Ridge War Eagles. And that'll be it for the half. We will take a timeout and be back with you to start the second half, but please enjoy the halftime festivities from the Willis Band and Drill Team and then the Oak Ridge Band and Drill Team. Darcimi, TJ, and I will be back at the second half, so enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center of the field. The Willis Independent School District is proud to present the award-winning 11-time national champion Willis High School Sweethearts Dance Team. The Sweethearts are under the direction of Mrs. Kaylee Minnis. Our motto is dedication, determination, and discipline. The dance officers from left to right are Junior Lieutenant Brooke Dillard and Captain Katie Cruz. The social officers include Head Social Sophie Hazel, Social Chair Harper Open, Semi-Supervisor Haley Light. Spirit Girl of the Week is Haley Light. Sweetheart of the Week is Bella Moore. The Sweethearts will now entertain you with their stunning skirt routines and Great Balls of Fire, played by our Wildcat Band. Dance pretty, Sweethearts. The Sweethearts would like to thank our legacy sponsors, Lone Star Disc, Buttermilk Cafe and Events, and Ray Financial Credit Union for their support this season. The Sweethearts would also like to congratulate our Willis Band and Color Guard on their superior ratings at the UIL Regional Marching Band Competition this past Tuesday. We have loved watching the show grow this season and can't wait to watch your next move at the UIL Area F Marching Competition this coming Monday. Good luck, band. We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the field the pride of Willis, the Willis High School Marching Band and Color Guard. The band is on the field under the direction of senior drum majors Shirley Isaldo and Dulce Sugiero, junior drum majors Drew Walker and Nick Osorio, color guard captain Valentina Romo. The band member of the week is David Campuzano. Guard member of the week is Ashley Benitez. This year the band show is entitled What's Your Next Move? Drum majors, is your band ready? join me in wishing both the Willis band and the Oak Ridge band good luck as they compete Monday in the UIL Area F marching contest. Good luck, bands. Tonight's halftime program was made possible in part thanks to the generous support of the Willis ISD Education Foundation and our other community partners. Cruz Tire Shop, Small Sliders, Black Diamond Oilfield Rental, Iggy's Barbecue Joint, Double J Construction and Land Clearing, Lake Conroe Industry, the Robert Graham Team, Edward Jones, Mr. Wade Hollis, and the Beeson family. Special thank yous go out to the Willis Band Boosters for their continued support and endless dedication. Semi-truck drivers, Mr. Doug Williamson and Justin Hamilton. Willis ISD Fine Arts Director, Mr. Ken Levonsky. Willis High School Principal, Mr. Eric King. The teachers and administrators of Willis High School, Willis ISD Board of Trustees and Central Office Administrative Leadership Team, and Superintendent Dr. Kimberly James. If you are interested in partnering with the Willis Band and Color Guard as a corporate sponsor, please email wbboosters@gmail.com. Go Cats!
Good evening, and welcome from the award-winning Oak Ridge High School Liberty Bells Dance Team, under the direction of Rebecca Barber and April Dickerman. The 2025-2026 Liberty Bells officers are Logan Plesko, Lieutenant; Addison Duncan, Lieutenant; Grace Gorenflow, Lieutenant; Rebecca Loomis, Lieutenant; Savannah Norris, Lieutenant Colonel; Alyssa Thomas, Lieutenant Colonel; Joe O'Neill, Colonel. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Birdie Bradley. The Dancer of the Week is Taylor Levy. Now sit back and enjoy the Liberty Bells kick routine to the Fall Out Boy rock hit, I Don't Care. Take it away, ladies. Costume of the Week is the Color Guards. Officer of the Week is Christopher Tehran. Marcher of the Week is Dominic White. Guard Member of the Week is Eden Alvarado. War Eaglets of the Week are Isaiah Christensen and Oswald Garcia. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle Band performs parts 1, 2, and 3 of their 2025 field show titled Glassworks. Take it away, War Eagle Band!
Welcome back, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed the halftime festivities from both schools. Willis Wildcats, they were able to have their band and drill team start things off for us, and then the Oak Ridge War Eagles band and drill team concluded halftime. And as you're tuning back in, we're about to resume play here in the second half, where Oak Ridge will be getting the ball back to start things off for the third quarter. And right now, Willis, it's been all Willis all this first half. They've led since the start of the game. They were able to execute and score on their first drive from a 14-yard rush from running back Jamarcus Williams. And then in their second drive, freshman quarterback Lincoln Frazier was able to link up with Jermaine Bishop for a 13-yard reception. Then it felt like the Oak Ridge War Eagles were able to get a little bit going on. They were able to make a couple stops on defense, get those couple stops on defense and allowing their offense to come back on the field and try to do some work. Then after their fifth drive, it was a 1-yard reception to Bishop again, where they led 21-0. Then it was a turnover that Oak Ridge was able to get an interception off of Frazier, but then another score, Frazier to Wilkerson, which put it up 28-0. And then before the half concluded, it went with that 36-yard field goal to put it at 31-0. And that's pretty much where we stand right now. But Oak Ridge is going to get the ball back in the second half to start things off. But TJ, what have you seen so far you liked from both these teams?
Well, what I've liked from Willis is they've just been going through their strong suit. They've just been throwing the ball. They've been mixing runs and throws, just like playing a balanced game.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Willis has been able to do is just keep it balanced, and they're not afraid to throw the deep ball. They have an effective run game, and not only when you have an established run and you can stretch the field with that run and still throw the deep ball, it's hard for this War Eagle defense to get a few things going. Now, they were able to make those 2 stops earlier and get the interception, but yeah, I agree. It's just been nothing but the Wildcats all in that first half, and it just shows you why they're ranked second right now in the district.
Yeah, they've just been playing phenomenal. Maybe Oak Ridge can turn around and get a good second half, and we could get a game.
We would like the Oak Ridge War Eagles to get something going here on offense. I know it's the first season for rookie head coach Tyler Blackshire, and it's a nice intermediate kick that will not be fair catch, and it's going to be returned from Oak Ridge as it gets to maybe the 30-yard. I think that was Devin Longstreet on the return for Oak Ridge.
Kicking team.
Darius Jones, number 21, on the stop.
But now we're going to get to see what.
Offsides. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Didn't even see the penalty marker on the field for that.
5-yard offside penalty to be marked off.
So the penalty will be enforced following the run, and that'll put Oak Ridge with the 1st and 10 at their own 36 to start things off here in the second half. As you see, sophomore quarterback Jacob Arentz in the gun, stacked receivers at the top of the screen, stacked receivers at the bottom of the screen. Quick pass, and it's going to be intercepted from Willis. I believe that's number 4, Amajal Friend. And a pick 6 to start things off here in the second half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that time from Friend, the ball was his friend, and he went for, scored a touchdown.
You're so right on that one. The ball was his friend. But now, first play of the half for the Oak Ridge. It's going to be their second turnover on the game. And now Hargis is ready to kick for the extra point. And he splits the uprights, and it continues his perfect streak on PATs on the season. Pretty sure that's not how Oak Ridge wanted to start things off in the second half, but you can see whenever you tend to do a lot of these screen passes, when you're stacking those receivers like that, it is a dead giveaway that you're probably going to throw a screen because you're going to have the extra blocker there. And if you have a good defensive back that can get a jump and keep an eye on where the ball is going from the quarterback, that's where Friend was able to just go ahead and get in there and get the turnover. Cantarero, Elicio Cantarero, ready to kick things off for Oak Ridge. For Willis, I apologize, kicking to Oak Ridge. And it's going to be the high pooch kick. It's going to be returned here from Oak Ridge. And I would say it was maybe a 3-yard return.
Jeremiah Matthews on the return.
But one of the things that you could see for Oak Ridge, if you are errants whenever you're coming back out there, got to shake off the interception. It's your second interception you've thrown tonight. But don't try to let that interfere with your playmaking decision. Go ahead and shake it off and trust in your blockers and your receivers and get something going here for your offense that started off with the second drive of the half. It's going to be a handoff to Pruitt as he spin moves himself off of a defender and looks to be 3, maybe 4. Coming from the replay.
Gain of 4 brings up second down and 6.
A nice short gain from Pruitt, able to evade the tackle with the 2nd and 6. Willis sends 4. Throw up the middle. I believe that is number 5, Jeremiah Matthews, as he gets the first down.
Jeremiah Matthews on the
So yeah, Jeremiah Matthews gets the reception and a first down for Oak Ridge, and
Mario Brand on the stop for the Wildcats. That's enough for a War Eagles first down. Ball spotted in the 43-yard line.
And here you go again. They got those stack receivers, so you got to be very careful. Make sure if you're going to do a screen not to throw it. It's going to be a design run for the quarterback.
Quarterback keeper. Hayden Williams on the stop. Gain of 1, second down.
Short game puts it at second and long here for the War Eagles. Out of the gun. Play clock at 7. Pocket collapses as Aarons tries to get away, but it collapses on him for a big sack here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was number 9, Jacoby Banks in there for the sack.
Led by Jacoby Banks and a plethora of Wildcats.
Loss of 6 on the play, third down and 15.
So now puts him at 3rd and 15. Scare goes in motion. Aarons decides to keep it himself as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard, but we're going to go ahead and that'll be a 3 and out.
On the stop.
They're going to punt it here.
4th down and 14.
With the way that Howell being with the 4th and 14, I wouldn't assume they would try to do that trick play they attempted earlier in the game. Quick punt. Bishop, actually no, not Bishop this time. It's Friend who's back to return. And they're going to down him at the 20.
There's a flag on the play.
With the penalty marker. That penalty marker is right around midfield near the 43 on the Willis side of things. Could potentially be a block in the back. Wait for the referee.
Dead ball, personal foul, face mask on Willis. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Another personal foul for Willis. That's their 4th personal foul tonight. And that's their 8th penalty.
Ball is spotted at the 10-yard line. First down and 10, Wildcats.
They've been penalized for 80 yards already this evening. Frazier keeps it himself with the RPO, gets tackled after a 3-yard run.
Quarterback keeper. Gabriel Campos on the stop. Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7.
And this is going to be the first time we're seeing the offense for the Wildcats this half. They've already scored on the pick 6 from Majay Friend. It's going to be another handoff. This time it's going to be to Williams. And it looks like Williams is short of the first down.
Corey Servant on the stop.
But coming into tonight,
Third down and 1.
going to be a high snap. Another handoff to Williams. So he gets the first down. He's fighting for extra yards. The ball comes out. It's able to be recovered. Looks like Oak Ridge got it.
Yeah, that's Oak Ridge football.
So the extra effort from Williams, you're able to get a defender for Oak Ridge to hit the ball out, and good recovery, good awareness of where the ball was on the field, and now both teams have had 2 turnovers tonight. No one has been able to really actually. Oak Ridge hasn't been able to get anything no points from the turnovers. Hopefully they can try to get something off of this one here. Arendt's out of the pistol. Multiple players in motion. Play action. Arendt's on the run, throws it near Braboy and goes out of bounds.
That'll bring up second down and 10.
Looking at the numbers, there have been at least 4 different pass catchers for the War Eagles tonight, so they've been able to spread the ball around decently. You're short a couple of your other starters. You're missing James Scott, senior wide receiver.
And Drayton Urbe, the quarterback.
Yeah, missing your senior quarterback, Drayton Urbe, tonight as well. It looks like they are going to go ahead and take their first time out of the half.
Conroe, Oak Ridge.
Fairly quiet tonight from this Oak Ridge offense. They've had some good big plays, but whenever they're needing to get those conversions, they've not been as effective on third down, and also with the fourth down conversions, they've turned the ball over with the TODs because they've been going forward. I like the fact that they're trying to be aggressive and attempting to try and extend these drives.
Yeah, I really like Oak Ridge. They're not giving up. They keep playing.
And that's one of the things that you want to make sure you're trying to do. And what we said earlier in the game, what we've said off mic, going into tonight's game, you're going to see a lot of underclassmen potentially get a little bit more recognition, more looks to see where you're looking at as the future for the program for Oak Ridge moving forward. And now they're going back to the Wildcat formation with Scare. Following, he breaks one tackle, gets some momentum going. He's in the second level. Does a spin move, takes 3 Wildcats to bring him down, and he's tackled at the 5.
And for Oak Ridge, this is the closest they've been to the end zone all night.
You're right. So now that they got the first down and goal, but as you can see, that massive run there from Scare off the Wildcat. This is a sophomore tight end, and you can already see from our vantage point as he's back in the Wildcat, direct snap up the gut, and they're going directly at these Wildcats. But think about this. You have this sophomore tight end, and as I'm saying, from up here, you can see how tall he is and his build, and that's going to be a nice weapon for Arendt's moving forward. But having him working out of the Wildcat right now, as you see that they're stacking the box, and they're going to fumble the ball on the snap, and Unterfinger able to recover it, but not what you were looking for if you were Oak Ridge.
And you know, that just has to be crushing for Oak Ridge. They look like they're a yard or two short from their first touchdown of the night.
I know, and I think that if you're coming off of the replay, which is that snap, Scare was going to go ahead. He was running with it as the snap was coming, and it got right out of his hands. And a third and goal at the 2 puts you at a second and goal at the 2 puts you at a third and goal at the 15.
Timeout, Oak Ridge. Second charge timeout for second half.
And Oak Ridge already having to take another timeout. They've already taken 2 timeouts here in the third quarter alone. But you said it, TJ, crushing.
Yeah.
You're right there, the way that you were lined up in that formation. I mean, all you had to do, you knew that they were going to go right at him with a power run in between the tackles, and it could potentially have gone in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really think for Oak Ridge, here, I think they're going to probably put the ball in one of their playmakers and just see what they can do to try to get in the end zone.
Well, they've been going with this Wildcat formation. If anything, keep it with scare and try to redeem himself off of potentially having another turnover there.
I'd say, like, get one of the athletic people out in space. Oh. I'd say for Oak Ridge, I think they should just get one of their more athletic people out in space and get some blockers and see what they can do from there.
Well, the weird thing is I see Drayton Urbe dressed right there on the sideline. He's actually in pads, number 15. Hanging around coach right now. Low snap to Sayre. On the run. And Scare gets maybe 3.
John Moore on the stop for the Wildcats.
And they're going to go ahead and attempt a field goal here.
That'll bring up 4th down and goal.
Jose Ortiz Palencia for the kick. And it is no good. It is far to the left. He had the leg. He didn't get it in between. And while Oak Ridge was looking to get their first points on the board tonight, was a missed field goal. Willis is going to take over here. Going to start it off at the 20. Bishop in motion. Frazier throwing downfield, wide open. And there he is, number 85, Javion Martin, as he continues to go in, and he's in for an 80-yard touchdown.
Javion Martin, he just ran right down the middle of the field, and he was just wide open, and an easy throw from Frazier for the 80-yard touchdown.
All Willis needed was one play to extend this lead. Right now, 44-0, pending this extra point. And it has continued to be another good extra point.
The extra point attempt is good.
They were Willis go 80 yards, one play, and are leading 45-0.
Yeah, I think this is the point in the game where, like, you start to see them hit trickery, start to do stuff just to try to get some points on the board for Oak Ridge.
Have something in the bag. Might need to try to attempt something. Just looking out at how everything was going throughout the district this week, Woodlands is going to play tomorrow on the road against New Caney. Yesterday, College Park played against Cleveland and won 70-0 here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. I believe Conroe is playing Caney Creek right now. Yeah, Conroe is playing at home against Caney Creek, and they're leading 23-0. And this week, Grand Oaks is on their bye. As you have a low kick, kind of like an onside, but it's a squib kick. It's returned from Oak Ridge, trying to go towards the sideline, trying to find some separation.
Darius Jones on the stop.
See what this offense can get going. This will be the fourth time we're going to see the offense this half. Their 11th drive tonight total. And they're going to continue to go with the Wildcat formation behind Scare. Scare runs in between. Gets into traffic and gets maybe 4 on the run. We're under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. So 16 minutes total left of regulation. Oak Ridge with only 1 timeout left. They've already had to use 2 timeouts this quarter alone. It's going to be a handoff. This isn't Pruitt this time. I believe that is Caden Reyna.
Caden Reyna on the carry.
I believe that's the first time Reyna's got a touch this half, or this game alone. We haven't really said his name tonight. Third and 4, Scare keeps it. Running back into traffic. They're saying he got 3. The scrum keeps going. They're going to let him play, and they finally whistle the play dead, short of the sticks.
That'll bring up 4th down and 1.
Oak Ridge could potentially go for it here. See Jermaine Bishop having to go to the sideline. He lost his helmet on that play. And by rules of the game, if you lose your helmet, you have to sit a play out. Not having one of their top players on the defense, Oak Ridge could potentially attack with another direct snap, power run. They were able to draw him off sides and get a first down earlier in this game. Scare gets nowhere as he is met at the line for a loss, and it's going to be another turnover on downs, and Willis is going to take over in Oak Ridge territory.
You know, I've always wondered why they like to make them leave the game when they take off their helmet.
It's more of a safety precaution.
Oh.
Because they do the same thing in college. That's one of those basic rules that they have. Now, obviously in the NFL, they get to keep the players get to stay on the field, but more of a player safety situation that for the students, if something comes off, they have to sit out and make sure that they get it checked back in. Frazier gives to Bishop. It's going to be a jet sweep as he turns the corner, and he goes out of bounds. That was Tremel Miller who was able to push him out of bounds.
Second down and 8.
Willis leading 45-0. Bishop back in motion as they give another jet sweep to him. He's able to get back to the line, maybe a yard, but he goes out of bounds. Back-to-back plays for Jermaine Bishop. It's now 3rd and 8. Frazier, plenty of time, throwing downfield yet again to a wide open Bishop. And Bishop with his 3rd receiving touchdown of the night.
Yeah, he almost dropped it there, but he hauled it in.
Bobbled it a little bit, you're right, but able to get the hat trick.
I mean, at this point in the game, if you're Willis, do you just rest the starters for the rest of the 4th quarter?
One thing that I've seen over the years with Willis is they typically don't pull their starters, even if they're leading this much. But with the way that the seating is right now with district, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give the rest, especially since there's 2 weeks left of the season. You want to be more prepared for playoffs. But I've seen Willis over the years, because the more points that you tend to score, it will help out, especially if you're trying to remain in this 2nd spot in the seeding, because the Woodlands can still potentially, because they've only had 1 district loss. Actually, no, they've had the 2 district losses. My apologies. But yeah, with the way that they're seated right now, it just comes down to points. Because if it was more of a tie, then the more points that you have, it would give you an advantage to allow you to have the better tiebreaker. But for right now, if Willis were to pull their starters, because I know College Park typically does it more in the 4th quarter, late 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, they get a couple drives in, and then they pull. But over the years, I've always seen Willis keep their foot on the gas, especially late in the game. Cantorero kicks it out of bounds for a penalty. That's going to be the 9th penalty tonight.
Free kick out of bounds. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And on the topic of penalties, I think Willis really needs to watch them, especially going into district play, because those costly personal fouls that we've been seeing won't be helpful in bigger district games when there's not as much room for error.
And I agree with you on that one, just because you think about it. Okay, you've had 4 personal fouls tonight, and you think, oh, a matchup like this against Oak Ridge, we could just shake that off. Well, if you can't clean it up in these types of matchups, what do you think you're going to be able to do whenever it turns into postseason football? And handoff now here. I believe that's that's Pruitt on the run. And Pruitt, with a nice gain, gets a 1st down here for the War Eagles. But this has kind of been what Oak Ridge has been able to do most of the night. While they've had successful plays, it's being able to get the drive and finish. That's one of the things. That's the best way to describe is they've not been able to truly finish. If they could at least get something together, it would help them out so much moving forward. As they hand it off to Pruitt again. I'd say that's about a 4-yard gain. We're almost about to conclude the third quarter here. I'd say they'd get one, maybe two more plays, depending on what Oak Ridge wants to do. I'd say that they have to at least get one more play off. Play clock right now coming down to 10. Scare with the keeper. Able to truck a defender. Break himself and gets another first down. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter.
For the third quarter.
And Oak Ridge with some momentum to conclude. Watch this play. No one really there. And as she trucks the defender, I believe that was 22, Lugani Freiberg. But yeah, the thing about Oak Ridge tonight, whenever they have been on offense, it's needing to finish.
Yeah, and for Oak Ridge, honestly, they've had some drives where they've just been close to the end zone, and they've been right on the cusp of scoring a touchdown. But it's just been turnovers and just missteps.
And a lot of those things can get easily cleaned up. And I would say even looking forward to the future for the program, because a lot of these players right now that have started have been on the younger side. You see some juniors, some sophomores that are getting touches and getting the reps. I know for some seniors like Logan Unterfinger, senior wide receiver, this is going to be his last season playing. He's been excellent in, running back Ethan Pruitt and Caden Reyna. They've been getting some touches tonight. They're all three of those seniors. This is their last season playing, so you want to try to get something going here in this game against Willis. As Unterfinger goes in motion, as they hand it off to him, he sweeps himself and gets 2, maybe 3. Routine jet sweep for the War Eagles. It's going to be a handoff. And Pruitt was on the carry that time.
Number 71, Dejan Moore with a nice play that time.
Dejan Moore for Willis.
And there looks like there's a bit of extracurriculars after the play.
And no penalties. So as long as everyone's listening to the whistle. Third and 5. Scare with the direct snap as he's running to the left. So he gets the first down. He's still standing. That's going to be another first down for Oak Ridge.
Again, Oak Ridge in the red zone again, and they just have to capitalize on this.
Very much so. You're in the red zone now. It's 4-down territory for them. They've gone for gone for it on fourth down quite a bit tonight. Easy enough. Take your time. 19 yards to pay dirt. Scare keeps it again. The ball comes out. It's going to be recovered by Willis. That is number 1, Caden Williams, with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, Oak Ridge has got to watch the fumbles.
And that is another one of those storylines for this Oak Ridge team this year. The turnovers. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
And for Oak Ridge, that just has to be so painful. They were so close, and again, another bad snap, and just.
And you think about it, with the sports technology, everything that is developed, like these gloves that they have now, they're the stickum that's on these gloves that are allowing you to at least hold on to the ball a whole lot better. And it's going to be a handoff to number 20, Caden Digman, as he's running up and down the field and not quite sure where they're going to say forward progress stops. And there is a penalty marker on the field near the 35-yard line towards the Oak Ridge sideline.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That'll be a face mask on Oak Ridge. But yeah, if you think about it, the gloves nowadays, it's supposed to help and make sure that it can try to prevent these things like fumbles.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but what?
Oh, the flay's running, so.
It's okay.
Well, yeah, but like I feel like with like bad snaps, even if like I think the stick, the main part of the stickiness of the glove is on the palm, so it's gonna go over your fingertips.
True that.
So yeah, that's why I think it's so hard to like secure. And then sometimes the ball can be like sweaty, and it's just like yeah.
You're right.
Illegal participation, 12 men on the field on the defense.
Well, that's not a penalty you see often.
No, not that much. But oddly enough, there was a play like that last night. If you were watching the Vikings play the Chargers, Vikings had 12 men on the field.
I want to say that happened in a Falcons game recently as well.
And almost intercepted, but yeah, they're actually going to the second stringers. So Jace Rayner is now at quarterback for Willis. So I think that we will not be seeing much more of Frazier or Williams tonight, this late in the fourth quarter. Rayner throws to the sideline. Not going to be much of anything. They're going to continue to keep the clock running.
Gabriel Campos on the stop. 3rd down and 9.
So 3rd and long now. High snap, handoff, gets stopped in the backfield.
A mean slam by number 93, J.J. Basu.
J.J. Basu, sophomore defensive lineman. Now Willis off to punt. High kick. It's going to be down inside the 15. Nice punt there for the Wildcats. And Oak Ridge trying to reset the play clock here from the officials. The War Eagles lining up, back in the Wildcat formation. Give to Unterfinger as he gets himself a first down as he goes out of bounds.
Nice 15-yard-ish run from Logan Underfinger.
Offense trying to find something here.
And I've been wondering, like, they haven't not put number 16 Jacob Arantes back in.
Yeah, he hasn't been back in. I think they're going to stick with this Wildcat formation right now. It's been effective for them. Just need to make sure that they don't turn the ball over following this fumble. But they give to Reyna. Actually, no, this time they're given to 29, Rogers Wheeler, junior running back.
Rogers Wheeler on the carry.
So technically this is like their fourth ball carrier. You've had Scare take some handoffs. Reyna, Pruitt, now Wheeler. Yeah, Aaron's has done some quarterback keeper, so 5 different running backs for the War Eagles. Wheeler gets it again. He finds plenty of room and moves upfield. Say he gets 5 on that one. Puts him in a 3rd and short situation. We're now less than 4 minutes left in the game.
Ricky Hollins on the stop. 3rd down and 3.
Play clock's at 14. Unterfinger in motion.
First throw we've seen from the Wildcat formation for Oak Ridge, but to no avail.
It's no avail. Brayboy, incomplete pass. It's going to be now 4th. They're going to punt it away here. And Friend is back to return for the Wildcats. Line drive of a kick that Friend is going to return. And I'd say Friend gets himself less than 5 on the return.
I wonder, what are those black flags that the referee threw?
So with the black flag, it's like a weight. So you're going to pretty much see where the possession of the ball is going to. So they're trying to get where they see the ball typically land, whether it be from the returner. So they want to make sure that they have the placement. So if there's a penalty, it would be from the spot. So it's pretty much where you're calling the spot of that play. And they're trying to keep it away from the field of play.
This is 2-minute timeout.
And with the 2-minute timeout now. But yeah, anything, you'll see that even in the NFL college. You'll see the referee throw the ball out whenever it's a change of possession. You just don't want to have it in the field of play where a player can actually run over it and potentially injure themselves, like roll their ankle or something like that. But, yeah. So look at you getting a little bit of a football lesson in tonight.
Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes left in the game. Wildcats back on offense. High snap. Handoff. This time is number 28, Jalen Simpson, with the sweep.
Jalen Simpson on the carry. Focus right there for a stop. Second down and 9.
Now 2nd and 9. Rayner gets sacked in the backfield. Looked like that was Corbin Cantrell who was in there. I think along with Andrew Wormley.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, if you're the Oak Ridge coach, what do you tell them, like moving forward next week? Or what are you telling them in practice at the end of the game?
If you're looking at everything moving forward, let's just look at the schedule right now for what's coming up. Well, next week.
Oh, fumble. Number 93
recovery.
loose.
There it
gonna
is.
Score.
Yep. And there you go. Oak Ridge able to get some points on the board. A loose ball. J.J. Basu with a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Nice for Oak Ridge to get some points on the board tonight.
And I'm sure those Oak Ridge players are finally getting to enjoy the light show.
With pinning the extra point.
Result of the play is a touchdown. We have a personal foul on Willis, number 20. That penalty will assess on the kickoff.
Another penalty on Willis. What they need to do moving forward is to clean up the penalties, especially the personal fouls. That'll be their 5th one on the night. The extra point is good from Jose Ortiz Palencia. But yes, the ball comes out. Basu able to get it and able to run himself all the way to the end zone so Oak Ridge can go home without being shut out tonight. But TJ, you were asking, if you're Coach Blackshire, what are you going to say to your team moving forward coming into next week? Well, just make sure that every head coach has that motivation as long as you believe in your players and as long as the players are believing with what you're trying to develop with the program. That's all that you can go off of wins and losses, but it also comes down to if your coach has faith and trust in what you're doing, because a lot of the things like the turnovers, like especially the fumbling, that can easily be cleaned up. The penalties, that can get cleaned up. But you got to make sure that if you're a good leader that you can pick these kids up whenever their heads are hanging very low. Is where you can bounce back. And looking at the schedule, they're going to be playing against Caney Creek next week at Moorhead. And that could be a winnable game for Oak Ridge to get them another district win on the season. Looks like their last game of the year is going to be against the Woodlands here. And they'll be on the opposing sideline. But 2 weeks left of the season. Caney Creek and Woodlands, looking forward, finishing up tonight against Willis. This is the first time we've got to see Oak Ridge kick it off since the start of the game, and they kick it out of bounds. Penalty is going to start Willis off. I'd say, well, they're actually going to have the clock run and going to conclude the game. Both teams going to meet at midfield to shake hands to show signs of good sportsmanship. But as the clock winding down, now at 0, Willis is going to go home with another district win, 52-7 over the Oak Ridge War Eagles. But as I was saying, next week they go on the road. Oak Ridge will play against Caney Creek at Moorhead next Friday night for Halloween. And they're going to conclude the season Thursday night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium against the Woodlands. And actually, they're going to be the home. Woodlands is going to be on the opposing sideline. My apologies. So that'll be the last home game for the War Eagles. But before we conclude tonight's game, thoughts? Anything you want to go home with?
Well, I mean, even though it kind of got a little lopsided, it was still a great game, and both teams showed great fight, and I have major respect, major props to both teams.
Very much
like,
so.
no matter how much the score was, they always played like it was 0-0, and I respect that.
Well said. Darcy?
Yeah, just echoing what my brother said. Even though Willis did put some points up against our CISD team, we're still grateful for the good game.
We're going to have the game highlights play us out. And that should be it. And that is the last game of this week. So, as I'm saying, tomorrow, y'all's Woodlands Highlanders, they're going to go on the road. They're going to be playing in New Caney to conclude this week of Week 9 district game. They're going to New Caney at Randall Reed Stadium. Are y'all going to go on the road to go watch them play?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Unfortunately.
No worries. But we're going to be back here next Friday night where it will be the Woodlands playing against Conroe High School on Halloween. Big Halloween plans. Y'all have any?
Oh, no. I don't celebrate Halloween, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you can come to the football game and watch the Highlanders play the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a great way to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah. Well,
with country versus country club, if we're right.
That is one of the oldest rivalries in the district. I'd like to thank everybody in the production booth behind me, everyone on the field filming. For those of you at home who tuned in tonight, thank you so much for sticking with us. I know it was a very lopsided game, unfortunately, but good that Oak Ridge was able to get a touchdown late to go home. And we will be back again, like I said, next week on Friday night for the Woodlands versus Conroe on the Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Bank Stadium stream. I'm Jackson Cochran.
I'm Darcy.
And I'm TJ Odoa.
And thank you for joining us, and y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Be safe out there.